Today we're going to be playing Road to Glory on College Football 26 as a 5-star kicker. Now for some reason EA doesn't have this built into the game, so I had to use some workarounds to make this happen. How I'll do this is I'll be very selectively playing in a Dynasty mode playthrough, and beforehand I'll be creating my kicker and committing to The Ohio State University. I took the first fake player on the roster I found and changed his identity to something more suitable, which will be Boot Reynolds from Exeter, New Hampshire. And like I said, this is a 5-star kicker, a once-in-a-lifetime talent, the LeBron James of place kicking. He'll be starting his career with a modest 95 overall kicking accuracy and power. And with great power comes great swagger, so we're going to get this man geared up. Boot Reynolds is ready to kick things off, so we're going to be creating a Dynasty mode as Ohio State. I'll take over as offensive coordinator. Auto recruiting is on, and we'll be playing on All-American, the second hardest difficulty, with 10-minute quarters so we can get a pretty decent amount of field goal opportunities. And week 1, game of the week, no big deal. We're at home versus #1 ranked Texas. I'm not prepared, I have not practiced, and I'm not a particularly great kicker in this game, but we'll see how this turns out for us. We're wearing all black, I like it, the crowd is pumped, and so am I. There I am, right there, you can kind of see me. So how we're going to be executing this is we're going to simulate the game on normal speed, saying we'll play all offense. When it says it's our turn to play, I'm going to skip the opportunity, then closely monitor the on-field graphics to find out when I need to step in for my big moment. And here we are with my very first kick in my college career. From 61 yards, Jesus Christ. The defense is prepared for us to go for it. Coach might have meant for us to punt it here, but we're going to give it a go. I have a sledgehammer for a leg. Boy, that bar is really moving quick. There we go. All right, accuracy is perfect. I didn't overdo the power, but that's not looking good. It's off to the left and short. All right, not a great start, but that was a long shot that I was going to hit that anyway. End of the third quarter, we have a 56-yard field goal on our hands. We're up 4. Another 3 would be huge here. That bar is still flying, but that's perfect accuracy. Not bad on the power, and it's good. That is a big-time kick by Boot. The Heisman race starts now. And I don't plan on doing PATs unless they are in huge moments, and here's one of them. To tie the game with 3 minutes to go, I have to just get the accuracy right. Power really doesn't matter here, and it's good. But sadly, Texas is going to head down the field for a walk-off field goal and beat Ohio State. I guess technically I could have saved this game for us if I hit my first field goal, but 61 yards on my first career kick? Come on, coach, take me out to dinner first. Ohio State has dropped to the 8 seed, but we have the ultimate tune-up game on the schedule against FCS Southeast, and I'm going to be using this game as my practice field. From 32 yards out and for the tie, this is nothing to Boot. Look how easy this mini game is for me. That's an easy 3. Another 32-yarder, but a little chippier. This one's for the lead, and it's good. Now, I don't plan on ever again playing as Ohio State outside of kicking, but we were halfway through the third quarter, working our way towards a blowout, and I needed more practice. So I set myself up for some more challenging kicks. On 1st and 10 from 52 yards out, the broadcast booth cannot believe what they're seeing, but this is my road to glory. The ball is moving kind of quick here, but the accuracy and power can't get much better. I didn't line it up too well, so I almost missed, but from 52 yards out, we'll take it. 1st and 10 to tie my career long of 56 yards, but this is from dead center of the field. I wonder how we ended up here. I'm a little late on the timing. Power could be better, but we'll take the lower 90. From 54, dead center of the field, that's too easy. But it's time to challenge myself, set a new career high from 61 yards out. The accuracy is okay, but the power is not good enough. That's going to be dead center, but short by about 5 yards or so. I just can't play it so safe past 55 yards. All right, 60 yards out. I know what I need to do. I put myself in the middle of the field already. Accuracy is near perfect, and so is the power. It's good. That's a career long for Boot Reynolds, and I probably could have hit that from 65, which is something to make note of. We're going to end this game with a few more chip shots, and Ohio State is going to win their first game of the season 44-10. And I have to be the MVP of this game. I scored 30 points myself after going 10 for 11. Including 4 makes from over 50 yards. Next up for OSU, we are playing Ohio at home, another low-pressure warm-up game for Boot and the Buckeyes. And the only action I'm going to see all game outside of PATs is from 30 yards with 8 minutes left in the game while up 17. So this one didn't matter much, but we're going to make that and call it a day. But in our 4th game of the season, we're on the road for the first time at Washington, which of all the players on the team, home field advantage has the biggest impact on Boot Reynolds. And we're down 7 in the first, 4th and 3, so coach is calling my number from 50 yards out. This is what we've been practicing for, but in the 18th hardest stadium to play in, the effects are starting to kick in. Thankfully, it's dead center and within our range. Still, this is not easy. Most importantly, I have to catch the accuracy right, and I do. Just going to give this about 75% of my power, and it's good. That's a pretty big moment for Boot. I just got our team on the scoreboard for the first time all game. Next up, end of the second quarter, we're up 3, and we have a 29-yard shot from the right hash. I'm really second guessing my placement here. The shaking is not helping. The ball is moving slow, so I think I've got it, but the placement goes all the way to the right, and this is going to be off. That could hurt us and our season. We really can't afford to lose to an unranked opponent. And in the fourth quarter, we're down 7. I could try my luck from 57, but seeing how things are going and just taking a look at the situation, I'm going to pass up on the kick, and it's going to pay off because not only are we going to get a first down here, but we're going to score on this drive. And just to be safe, I'm going to hit the PAT myself. And after some more simulating, Washington scored a touchdown but missed their PAT. Ohio State then scored a touchdown with 27 seconds remaining, so I pretty much have a game-winning PAT on my hands, but that's no big deal. I can hit these all day. And Washington almost ruined our season like that. They got within field goal range, but ran out of time, so we're going to barely win this game and move on to 3-1. But to be honest, I could have saved us from the drama if I hadn't missed one from 29 yards out in the first half. Next up, we are at home against Minnesota. Shouldn't be too challenging, but they called my number early from 58 yards for my second longest make of my career, but I appreciate kicking from dead center more than ever. We got pretty good accuracy and pretty good power. That's good from the bottom left of the goalpost, and OSU takes the lead. Still in the first quarter, we're down and kicking again from 58 yards, but more towards the left hash. The accuracy is solid, but I overdid the power. It's looking left, but we're going to get so lucky here. We just sniped the bottom left of the goalpost. Second quarter, OSU is up 6, and they have me going for a career long from 61 yards out. I know I can't play this safe, so I need to give this some power, but I completely overdo it. But today is my lucky day. That ended up going right where we needed it, and that's good, and that's a new career long for Boot Reynolds. And I'm getting a little concerned that my team is relying on me so much against a team like Minnesota. For my fourth attempt of the half from 40 yards out, this seems like nothing, and it is. That's in. Again, for a 5th time in one half, again from 40, I'm going to hit this easily, and going into the second half, I have scored 15 of our 22 points. Third quarter, we're running away with this game at this point, but these chip shots make me overthink it. I have to send this far right, but that's in, and I'm kind of feeling myself right about now. We won this one 32-16. I outscored Minnesota by myself. This has to be my best game so far. I went 6 for 6 with a career-long make from 61 yards. Up next, we have a tough one, game of the week, rivalry game at number 9 Illinois. This one has huge playoff implications for both sides. And I'm not going to be called into action until 9 minutes left in the game, but this is a huge moment. We're down 3. The team needs me from 30 yards out. I'm sitting here debating the placement, but I think I've got it. But no, the ball just seemed to sail off course of where I was aiming. That's off, and I might have just screwed my team. But Ohio State did their thing. They got to stop and score before putting me back in the game with 2.5 minutes to go. Up 4 to go up 7. This is for our safety net. The team needs me, but it's going to be from a career-long distance of 62 yards. The ball is going faster than I have ever seen it. It's got the placement. I managed to get the accuracy right, but I completely mess up the power, and that's not even close. Well, I tried my best to sabotage this game, but Ohio State pulled it out. We won, but no thanks to me. That might be the worst game of my career. I choked twice, and coach might be trying out walk-ons soon. We're 5-1 and the number 4 team in the nation. This week we'll be at Wisconsin, who is a sleeper team, unranked but 86 overall across the board. By that measure, this is the second best team we've faced so far. I've missed 2 in a row now. I just really need to see one go in the net, but they're not going to make it easy on me. First up is a 55-yard attempt from the right hash. This is the 15th hardest place to play in, and I'm feeling it right about now. And let me just turn on the audio for a second so you can get a glimpse of what I'm going through on a daily basis now.
What a disappointment.
God damn it. 3 misses in a row, and this is off the goalpost. Are you kidding me? But on the bright side, this wasn't too competitive of a game, and I got some good practice in and got my confidence back after hitting my following kicks from 27, 55, 40, and 48. We won this game 43-20, moving us up to 6-1 for the year. But next week, I don't think we'll have room for error because we'll be facing number 4 Penn State in yet another game of the week. Near the end of the first, up 7, I'm going in for a 55-yard attempt, but no big deal. I've done this plenty of times. The placement is there, but the accuracy is not good. It's almost in the orange. The power was perfect, but I didn't have a chance with that timing. That's off to the left, and I can't really afford to be missing those in games like this. Our next chance is coming from 24 yards out on the left hash. We're at home, but my arrow is shaking bad after that miss. But I have been here before, and I have learned my lessons. I've got this. The execution is perfect on my part, but Penn State is all over me. They blocked my kick. I forgot that was even possible. And that was going to be good. It'll suck if I'm even more shooken up after technically missing 2 field goals in a row. My team might need me, and Boot might be too nervous to have a chance at making it. Third quarter, up 7. They have me kicking from 51, and I guess the trainers gave me something for my nerves at the half because my arrow isn't shaking at all anymore. And as long as I don't get taken out again, this is light work for me. Good placement, good accuracy, and power, and that's good. Ohio State is now up 10 midway through the third. Here we are midway through the fourth. We're up 3, and they need me from 54 yards out. And this one is just a beauty. Perfect execution all around. That's in, and Ohio State is up 6. And thanks to my last 2 kicks, we're going to win a massive game by 3 points. That game didn't look good for me on paper after going 2 for 4, but one was blocked, and both of my makes came from over 50 yards out. And next up, we have a game at Purdue, which will be our easiest in-conference game of the season. I started out strong with a make from 38, up 7 in the third from 47. A little bit of pressure here, but no big deal. However, new problem. I forgot about the play clock. They got me there. But 52 yards out, still not a big deal. I'm going to nail that too. And with about a minute left, up 7, they need me to put this game away from 46 yards out. I can do this in my sleep in this stadium. But to be a team player, I thought I'd waste some time before kicking it. So not only did I make it to put us up 10, but I left them with 44 seconds left in the game, which is going to help us secure another win. And 9 games into the season, I'm not in the Heisman race, but I am dominating the Lou Groza Award, aka the Best Kicker Award. Little issue though, Boot Reynolds wants to transfer because he feels like there's not enough pro potential at Ohio State. I'm a special teams player through and through. For my stats, I have gone 30 for 38 at 78%, which isn't great, but my average kick distance has to be much higher than the others. And somehow our win over Purdue catapulted us into the #1 ranking in the country. But what I can't help but notice is that Michigan is number 3 and undefeated, which if you know anything about college football, that's where our regular season finale is heading. And for game number 10 of the year, we don't have much of a challenge versus UCLA. There was no drama in this one for Boot Reynolds or Ohio State. We had a perfect game consisting of made field goal attempts from 26, 20, 49, 50, and 25. We beat UCLA 17-36 and moved up to 9-1. Next week is another easy one for Ohio State at home hosting Rutgers. I really didn't get much action in this one, but they didn't need me. I went 2 for 2 in this game, making one from 42 and another from 47. We won 13-27, moving us to 10-1 on the year. And with one more regular season game left, this might be the toughest so far. Number 3 Ohio State is facing undefeated, rule-breaking number 2 Michigan at Michigan for the game of the week. This is literally the biggest stadium in North America, and I have to go kick field goals in it. I'm going to get us started here from 43 yards out. This is the 10th toughest stadium to play in. I believe that's the hardest I've seen all year, so thank God they're starting me from dead center. Not my best work here, not the best blocking either. We really need to work on that, but that's good, and Ohio State is going to take the lead early. Ohio State is looking good. We're up 13-0, and with 2 minutes left in the half, they want me kicking from 60 yards out. Really not looking forward to this one, and the accuracy is not great. I messed up the power, but it's on its way. It's looking good, but it's short by a yard. I'm pretty certain if you go full red, that doesn't give you maximum power. I really should know this, but maybe it was just a wind. I also haven't been checking that, but my range should be about 65 yards. I could have hit that. End of the third quarter, and I messed up the simulation in a big moment. I'm going to have to watch myself from what I can only take as a near-death experience vision. It's a 3-point game, a short kick, and Boot Reynolds is going to whiff this one. Even with 95 overall kicking ratings, the moment just got to him. That could have really screwed things up, but my team had my back. We won this one 34-30, giving us a perfect conference record, and we're finishing the regular season 11-1. But who could we be meeting in the conference championship? None other than Michigan, again. We're now the 2 seed in the country, and with Michigan being 7th, a loss here, and we still make the playoffs, but with a win, will surely get a first round bye in the college football playoffs, and with Michigan losing again, that might take them out of the playoffs, which would be really sweet to do to our bitter rivals. And I need to be on my A game today. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. They call me in early from 21 to take the lead, and it's good. I was hoping to get more action, maybe a high pressure moment, but nope, I guess we're just better. My next chance didn't come until late in the fourth quarter while up 18, but it's for a career long of 63 yards. This is really more for me than the good of the team. The accuracy is solid, the power is pretty good, but that's short. I really thought I had that one. Damn, maybe I do need to go into the red. I can't even blame the wind here. I think we're playing in a dome. But in an uneventful fashion, we won the Big Ten championship 27-38, and from here on out, it'll be all playoffs. Yeah, somehow I didn't win the Heisman, but I did win the Kicker of the Year award after going 40 for 51 with a long of 61 yards. For comparison, second place Peyton Woodring of Georgia went a perfect 19 for 19, and he had a second place best with a 55-yard long field goal. And for the playoff bracket, we are the number 1 seed. The only team to beat us all year, Texas, didn't even make it. But the real problem here is somehow I feel like we got screwed with our matchups. Not only are Penn State and Michigan in our conference, which already doesn't make sense, but I feel like those teams are by far the best out of the first round opponents. And Michigan was a 7 seed before last week. They only dropped 1 spot after losing again. I really hope we don't have to play them 3 games in a row. Thankfully, that's not going to be the case. We'll be facing Penn State in the Rose Bowl. With a win here, we'd be in the semifinals, and we'd most likely get to see the matchup that everyone wants to see. The number 1 kicker in the nation, Boot Reynolds, versus number 2, Mr. Perfect, Peyton Woodring. I mean, talk about fireworks. I can't lie, getting my kick blocked again by Penn State is on my mind, and it honestly sucks to get everything right just to have it wiped away. But for our first kick of the game from 36, that's right down the uprights. Next up from 55, Peyton's season long, no big deal. Perfect accuracy, pretty good power, but I somehow missed. That was short. It sucks because I don't want to risk the accuracy by overdoing the power, but that should have been enough. Honestly, what I'm missing is a weather report being on the screen. All right, tied at 3 halfway through the second quarter. I like the way this game is going. Let's live or die by the field goal. From 56 yards, the ball is moving kind of quick here, but perfect accuracy, actually perfect power. That's going in, but there's a flag on the field. I think I just got an and 1 kick. And as much as I want to see my own personal gains, I have to accept that penalty and keep the drive going. This is the playoffs. And after further review, holy, yeah, they try to take me out of this game. Ref, can we get a review here for targeting? I mean, this guy led with the crown of his helmet into my knee. And I love how my holder barely even noticed that my career almost ended a couple feet away from him. He can't make his mind up on whether he should admire that beauty of a kick or cover up my broken leg. And we ended up scoring on that drive, so my sacrifice was worth it. And to top things off, before the end of the half, I'm going to give us a 3-point lead from 45 yards out. But we haven't had any action in a while, and with 5 minutes to go, down 6, this is our chance to come back. But we're starting at the 2-yard line. We're wisely going to run it on first down, but they tackle my running back in the end zone for a safety. And from there, we just couldn't do anything right. We had some untimely penalties, interceptions, we were getting scored on. And just like that, we're down 22 points with no time remaining. I mean, for old time's sakes, we're going to go out there for a 52-yarder, but we couldn't even get that off in time. Just absolutely everything went wrong in the fourth quarter. I didn't even get a chance to add another sticker to my helmet. That's the life of a kicker, I guess. Some days, all the pressure in the world will be on us to save our team. Then on other days, we won't even see the field. That's going to do it for our freshman year as a 5-star kicker in college football 26. There wasn't much more I could have possibly done to help us. I mean, I was a kicker of the year and we got the number 1 seed. The committee did kind of screw us. And oh, by the way, your national champions are the Florida Gators, who are currently 1-3 in real life. Also, Boot Reynolds wants to transfer and has a very low chance of being persuaded otherwise. We'll see about that. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.